is a lot cheaper than $1,500. So just make sure you understand that there's that independentness there. And by the way, open enrollment rights, plan administration, okay? From a COBRA perspective, let's say you have everybody who elects. And what you're going to do is you're going to put them all together back as a family if they all elect. And you're going to, but the only reason you're doing that is from a premium standpoint. So you can charge them a family rate. They're still independent people. So you still have Matt, you still have Robin, you still have Pete, and you still have Molly. They're still individual people. You put them together for purposes of family. Premium. Now they're trucking along. 8 months later, the company has an open enrollment period. Do these people, these COBRA people, do they have open enrollment rights? The answer is yes. And we've gone over this in seminars after seminar, so it shouldn't be a surprise. So when the company has an open enrollment period, again, what is that time? That's the time a door opens, just like HIPAA. The door opens and you must give this person the same rights as any active employee to make changes to their coverages during the open enrollment period. So you treat them, according to the IRS, the same, that's the word in the regulations, the same way you treat an active employee. But here's the difference. It's a nuance in COBRA you got to be aware of. What you do is you have Matt, you have Robin, you have Pete, and you have Molly. What you do is you unbundle them, in essence, and each person, each qualified beneficiary has independent open enrollment rights in the COBRA system. Who doesn't have that right? Well, your active employee doesn't have that right. So here's a great example where actually you have more rights after you leave than when you were an employee. Because who has open enrollment rights from your active employee? Only the active employee. Where does his family go? Wherever the employee goes. I can't put my wife on the HMO and Pete goes on the PPO and Molly goes on the high deductible HSA. If I'm an active employee, everybody goes where I go. But when you have a COBRA qualifying event and you have a family elect continuation coverage, during open enrollment, each qualified beneficiary has individual open enrollment rights. And that's what employers hate about it because they envision everybody just breaking off and going off in different sections. It's usually not an issue because normally what happens is only one person elects, the sick person. But if a family elects and now you have an open enrollment period, everybody stays together anyways. Because, well, number one, maybe they weren't notified that they had a right to separate at open enrollment, which would be a violation of the COBRA. Or if they understand that if they separate, it's just going to cost them more money. Again, it comes back to whose choice is it? It's not my employer's choice. It's my choice. It's Robin's choice. It's Peter's choice. It's Molly's choice at the open enrollment if you're a COBRA person, meaning that you bought back the plan. So from a plan administration standpoint, you actually have to give that ex-employee and their spouse and their kids a little extra benefit.